Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Dice Warmers, a podcast where we talk about all things geeky, and we occasionally have structure and coherent thoughts. I am Vass, and with me today, as always, we have Cazz.
Hello.
And David.
Hello.
Hello, David.
So fancy.
I know.
It's come hither, hello, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's a
Really?
lovely sunny day here in Cardiff. How's it in Caerphilly, then?
I don't have any weather. It has rained at
You
some
don't have
point.
any weather. That's horrible.
The sky is white. It's not windy. It's not rainy. It's not sunny. There is no weather.
I've got a mixture here. It's raining. It's sunny.
How?
Cloudy.
You
How is
guys
that
are like
possible?
a
We're
2-minute.
both in Cardiff.
You guys are a 2-minute drive from each other.
Oh,
All right,
man.
5-minute drive from each
5 minutes.
other.
Yeah, there's a lot of windy roads.
Yeah, but I mean, as a crow flies, you guys are spitting distance.
Stop spitting. What's wrong with you? Like,
Well, I'm not the one doing it.
I don't know. Is it the crow?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about at this point.
I don't know, but it's enough.
Oh dear.
So,
yeah.
how has everybody's week been?
My week has been very relaxing for a change, and weird because I get home early, and I have lots of time to do things, and I'm
Fancy
really
new
enjoying
job.
it. Well, it's not fancy, but it is new.
Fancy pantsy.
It's fancy in the sense that it's not the same as the last job.
It's not the same as the last job. Yeah, it's much more sitting on my butt job, and
Do you have
yeah,
plenty
I
of cups
love
of coffee
sitting
and
on my
tea?
job. I've had so many cups of tea the other day. I felt bad. Like colleagues would walk past my desk and they were like, "Oh, do you want a cup of tea?" I'm like, "You know what? I do. Yes, thank you."
Always.
Yeah.
What? Have you sort
I
of
miss that,
figured
you
out-
know. I miss that. Working from home, I don't get that anymore.
You have to make your own cups.
I have to make my own tea. Well, no. I have a Rob. Rob
she
makes
has a
my
Rob.
tea.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But then again, sometimes Rob brings her disgusting cups of tea. So
Sometimes.
That's, yeah.
Has
But-
that happened this week?
No. The tea bags are all gone, and we are not buying any more.
What about tea bagging though? Is that gone?
Definitely. That never started in this house.
In this
Wrong.
house?
Just checking.
It never started in any house that I've lived in. Oh, I
Well,
hate that practice of teabagging when you've shot someone in the game.
You've never
Hate
lived
it.
with Simon then, have you?
12-year-olds.
Oh no.
Teabagging all the time. No, I'm kidding.
Why have all
Although-
your tea bags?
Teabagging should only
Although-
happen if it's a tea bag and it's in a cup of water.
And that's only if you have the water's consent.
Yes. Always has to be consent.
Yes. Never want to dip the bag in the water without consent. Yes, that's an important rule.
Important lesson. Don't do it. If the water didn't say yes, it's a no. Okay?
What if you put?
That's a bit of a grey area. I mean,
Not really. If
if
you
you
don't
didn't
have
actually
consent.
say no,
No.
I'm not even gonna go in that
Let's
area.
just let's
'cause
not.
That's
Let's
not gonna
stay
end
well
well.
away.
No.
Well away.
How do you
Moving
know?
on.
How do you know the safe word if the tea bag wants to get out?
Ow. Because you put your fingers too far into the water.
Yeah,
That's
when you put your
unsafe.
fingers too far.
Boiling water is unsafe, David.
It is, yeah.
So the safe word is ow, too far.
Oh God, David! If someone
Yeah.
wants to find us on social media, how can they do that, mate?
You can. Well, I was going to say we can do that. You can do that on either Anchor FM /Dice Warmers, or if you go directly to our dicewarmers.com page, it'll take you to all of our sites, including Spotify, Apple,
All of our sites.
Google, and YouTube. And I'm forgetting one. I always forget one.
More than one, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know, this is
I
David's
think
job.
so. But no, this is actually the listener's job.
I'm
They
here
find
to
us.
just look pretty. Oh no, they can't see
Pretty?
me. Yeah.
Sound pretty, you mean? Surely.
I don't think I sound pretty.
Well, then you failed with your job, then, Cass.
No, I'm looking pretty. They just can't see me. I think
but
I'm
what-
succeeding at my job.
What good is that for the podcast?
It's good enough for me. What else would you have me aboard for? Come on now.
No wonder we're stuck at 96 views, guys. Come on, we need some more looking good.
Okay, I will try even harder to look good for not the camera.
Okay.
I will try even harder.
We should have like a contest for like our 100th listener, although there's no way to track who that listener is. So that's a bit awkward.
Yeah, let's not even suggest that, because now we're going to have people. Although people could just post maybe 100th comment on something.
Well, the 100th comment, they can be the 100th message on Anchor, which we've received 0 so far.
Yeah, but then we'll just have one person spamming it all.
Or you can be our first. You can be our first comment on Anchor. You can leave us a nice voice message. If it's a nasty, filthy one, we won't play it. We'll listen to it, but we won't play it.
Oh, we'll listen to all the messages and read all the messages.
Oh no, what have you done now, Cazz? They're going to send you the most raunchy stuff.
Me?
Raunchy?
You guys are the single ones.
I know.
Just saying. You want to win a date with Vass or David?
Win a date? I'm not a prize. I mean, what's...
Oh, Vass, you are a prize to someone.
Oh, stop it. Oh.
And David's like, I'm not getting to argue with it. I know I'm a prize. A prize? A prize.
A prize. What's a prize?
I'm just following David's poshness. Prize. There's a prize.
How do you spell that, Cazz? It's P-R-A-Z, prize?
Prize.
Oh my
I would
God,
say there's an E on the end. There's got to be an E on the end, otherwise it's prize.
There must be a silent letter in it as well.
If it's an E. Oh.
P-R-A-Z-E, prize.
Prize.
Otherwise it's praz, and that doesn't work.
No.
Because David probably is a praz, but I don't know what that is. So you're such a praz.
Well, a praz is actually like a vegetable thing, apparently.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I
David.
In the end.
So David is not a praz.
No. Also, praz is responsible for controlling and regulating the procurement processes of government departments. What?
David, you're definitely not a praz.
No.
Or a praz.
Procurement Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe.
Oh. Okay.
Praz. Okay. We learned a new acronym today.
We did.
Good job. I will forget it.
And another one.
I've already forgotten it. Something about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I'm not even here to sound pretty. That's it. I'm just rule me out for the rest of the. You
have a unique sound. Let's say that.
I can't speak today. I don't know what my problem is. Ran out of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, David and I, same wavelength.
I deliberately ran out of tea so I wouldn't drink during the podcast. But yeah.
No.
But then again, I wasn't drinking tea. I was drinking coffee, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, if there was tea in your coffee, that's just gross.
No, I would never do that.
What about coffee in your tea?
Equally
you put
gross.
Coffee in your tea. That's the same as putting tea in your coffee, surely.
It's just another philosophical approach.
I still got my order coming in.
It's like, is this cup half full?
Or half full?
Yeah. You notice how you went half empty first and I went half full first?
I'm going to say half empty in mine because it's lower than half.
Interesting, Cazz.
That makes me sound like an optimistic person. I'm not.
It's half full.
I can confirm that. She is not.
I'm a realist. I'm not optimistic or pessimistic.
I think as soon as you drink out of a cup, it's half empty.
That's not necessarily true. If you have a sip, it's still mostly at the top.
No, but if it's like you have a good old drink and it's halfway, you think, oh, that's half empty because I've actually done something.
What if
it's half full?
You're pouring it in.
No, if you are, look, it's simple. If the cup is now like halfway because you drank from it, it's half empty. If it's half filled because you poured something into it, it's half full. End of the discussion. That's how it is.
Yes, that is how it is.
Thank you.
But, as I said, we're realists.
You're welcome, world.
How about, this is like if a tree fell in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound thing?
Yes, of course it makes a sound.
What if someone handed you a cup that was half liquid in it?
I would ask.
Was this half full? Have you already drunk this?
Did you drink from this, you disgusting piece of shit? Like, what's wrong
I mean,
with
that's
you?
a bit excessive, telling them they're a disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah.
You would say, is this yours or mine? Because
Yeah, because
If
if
they
it's
say
mine
it's-
and you're drunk from it, then we have an
then
issue.
you're a disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah. If you notice there's like a mustache hair or something like that in it,
Ugh.
then there's definitely
If there's a moustache hair in it, it's definitely
Or-
not mine. I haven't
or
managed to grow mine long enough yet.
It's probably mine, to be honest.
Or
or
David.
sometimes
Which reminds me, who else is excited about hair salons reopening on Monday?
I actually
know I am.
Oh my god. I saw that it was open and I was like,
Oh
they're
my God, I
open!
can get
I
a
haven't had my
haircut.
haircut in over a year.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Same,
What do you
actually.
mean, oh
And
wow?
I-
I got long hair. I have to have it cut professionally.
I haven't had long hair since I was like a teenager and I was heavy into metal music and playing in a band. So that's like 20 years ago or something. And now I find myself with long hair again. I'm like, oh, the upkeep alone is so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
My hair is too long. I need to get it cut. As soon as they reopen, I am booking myself into an appointment.
Well, they're reopening Monday, so you better book.
Is it booking
really
from
fast.
Monday? I can't remember. Is it booking from Monday or booking now?
Oh, they should be booking now, surely.
Yeah, I mean, you can book. It's not illegal to book something for Monday, you know.
But I
Surely.
don't know any hairdressers around here because I haven't actually explored the place since I moved into.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can't really
Area?
explore, can you? Because
There's nothing even to
Lockdown.
explore. Yeah,
What do you look for in a
let's
hairdresser?
let's not depress people
who
further.
cut my hair. That's
Ah.
it. So we found out Vass new job. Happy. David, how was your week?
Vast new job, happy.
Yes.
My week was okay. Of course, every shop was excited for the 15th, and it turned out to be nonsense. They were not opening on the 15th, so every store in the centre was anxious to get ready, and then all of a sudden, no. So I spoke to a barista, and they said it was very busy, but now it's gone dead. It's like everyone just realised what the news is and just went. Whilst
And
I
I-
was still in.
And I assume, Kaz, your work situation is the same.
Yeah.
Working like with your
I mean,
pajamas.
I'm not in my pajamas. I'm just in comfy clothing.
Okay.
But
But if you wanted to, you could.
if I wanted to, I have a lot of meetings, so it's very difficult to show up to meetings in pajamas and not
And
get
do you need a
ridiculed.
camera for those meetings?
Most of the time, yeah, they like to see your face. But no, work for me has been absolutely horrendous. So I'm not going to get into it.
Okay.
It just bum
Fair
everybody
We
out.
don't want to hear about your depressing life,
No.
Kaz. This is a podcast. Right?
Exactly. So other than
So
that,
let's talk
we
about
had gaming.
some interesting stuff.
Gaming last night.
You did?
But I can't talk about that because it bums me out.
Why?
Why?
The dice hated me. My character died, got
That's
brought
not
back to
true.
life, and then I did not roll anything more than maybe a 11, 12.
That's such a lie. You're so
I
over
am
exaggerating.
not.
You rolled like a couple of natural 20s.
One of the natural 20s was scrubbed away because the GM didn't realise that he had actually done I'd rolled better on the one before.
Yeah,
right?
we did a.
And then
what
the
you
one
call it?
before that was not for anything. It was for looking at the floor, which I still didn't even notice.
But it
the-
was for
the
something.
floor
You did a
had a
perception check.
But it was a perception check of the floor, and I still didn't see that the rug that was in front of me was actually like a rug of wrapping or something.
Like of smothering.
Smothering.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
So my rolls did absolutely nothing last night.
She's exaggerating. I mean,
I
clearly,
hit, of all the things that we came across, I hit
Mhm.
one once.
Oh no!
I have to say,
I'm a
my dice
barbarian.
rolls were amazing last night. Like I
Yours were
murdered
really
a
good,
lot of
yeah.
things,
Mm.
and I'm a priest. I mean, a war priest, but still, I love that character. I love him so
So
much.
what
I love my
actually
character
happens?
usually, but the dice rolls were pretty pathetic for me. As a barbarian, I hit one thing once and died.
Usually, though, you're like a murder machine in that campaign. Like,
Yeah.
Kaz is like, 17 points of damage. 21 points of damage. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's lucky. I was a door for a lot. I was a shield for a lot of it. I was standing doorways and
I was
just
like,
get
I was
battered.
a door? What?
Yeah, stand in doorways and just get battered so you guys could kill the thing. So I wasn't useless. but I didn't get to hit anything.
Definitely not useless, especially
No.
when you held like 6 skeletons back.
I did, yeah. I hold 6 skeletons back and prevented one of our mates from being thrown into the room by a gust of wind, unlike some.
I really loved how Phil handled the maze aspect of the session.
Yes.
Because he didn't bore us down with actually like moving every grid and exploring every nook and cranny. Like we did like the highlights of the dungeon, and that was really
two
cool.
of the party
Yeah.
are Minotaurs, so we get through mazes without any issues. So I think that was a bit of a struggle for him to be faced with that, but
I think it worked really nice.
I loved the game itself, absolutely brilliant. I was a bit disappointed with my character, is what I was struggling with. The rolls, roll 20 just did not like me last night.
And
the game itself, it was really good. It was clever.
We did leave it on a nice cliffhanger as well.
Tell me what the overall story was of that particular session.
I can't.
You can't?
Because she doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
Do you remember that?
The overall story is that we're in this ancient tomb of this guy who was like the head of the Dragonlords order.
Yeah.
And we're trying to retrieve is it a piece of armor or something from him?
Something that Rob needs. His armor and his weapon, I think.
Yeah.
All of his stuff really.
We literally just made it to his resting place.
Okay.
And like he woke up and he's about to kick our asses. Well, we're about to kick his ass.
No, we're going to kick his asses because
although again we're not rested and I have no slots or anything left.
Oh, do you not?
Why don't you rest? Honestly, is it something like
because
we don't have chance to do it. We don't have anywhere to go to rest. We're in the middle of a maze where we've had skeletons come to life and just attack us.
There's no place to rest.
There isn't a place to rest, really. And we kind of didn't expect to find it so soon, I think, because we ended up going through a room with massive spikes coming from the wall. Yeah. And me being the barbarian, I battered my way through a door to the other side. And when we walked in there, all of us were in there. That's when we realised where we were, and we couldn't go back again.
Surely you could have hooked a hammer towards each of the spikes and rested there, like being a bit crafty and done that.
No, because I had to break my way through past. Okay, so there's a room with the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
When 2 people are in that room at a time, the portcullis from where we came from closes, and on the other side there's some brass doors.
Imagine the Star Wars like the brass compactor scene. Yeah.
So I had to break my way through those doors to get out because we couldn't lift the portcullis. So I just ran and rammed them down, got in, and that's when this started happening with...
Yeah. And then the other 2 were locked on the other side of the portcullis, and they could actually reset the trap because we found like the switch that does it. Yeah. So
is it in the? It was in the room
the problem,
itself.
Yeah,
like the whole room is a trap. See, like the floor is basically like a pressure plate. Yeah. So when enough weight gets put on the floor, the other wall starts.
The moment 2 people are in that room at the same time, but. If there's only one person in the room, you can't open the doors on the opposite side by yourself. It only eased up a little bit when...
But Cazz fixed that for us now.
I fixed that, yeah. That door's never closing again.
Oh, no. Did you headbutt it?
Yes.
Or did you open it?
No, I headbutted it. I ran from one side of the room and I basically ran at it with my full strength. I rolled 22.
Oh, wow. Is that with bonuses?
I think you rolled the exact difficulty.
I rolled, ran through, and then Phil didn't realise that had actually would have opened it because it would have made it easier when the trap was set.
Yes.
So the next time I rolled it, I actually rolled a natural 20 plus the 5 on top of it, and I was just like, this door I'm going to open now, otherwise there's no point. And then it turned out that actually the first roll was good enough, so I was like, oh, there's a natural 20.
So we did a bit of a rewind
there.
Yeah. You didn't want to
we didn't die.
The door down. Oh, good. You didn't want you to absolutely break the door down.
No, point. I did absolutely break the door down. I ran at it with my horns. Like,
I mean, we don't care. It's not our door.
Yeah, not my door.
We're not paying for it.
But what about the archaeological sort of
Don't
aspect of it? Like,
Don't care. I'm a
We're not
barbarian.
archaeologists. Yeah.
That guy's got a great axe. I want his great axe.
I call dibs though, Kaz.
No, you don't use one, okay? We're not getting into this now. We're not getting into this now. You do not use one.
The rules
I
of
am
dibs
told.
are very rigid.
I'm going to take your
and
Warhammer
clear.
then.
if you drop your Warhammer, she has dibs on it.
No. It's fine. If he wants the great axe, that's fine, but he's going to have to become the tank. Because all I'm using is a
Kaz,
piddly little mate.
Let's be
so
honest.
Just saying.
Of the two of us, who did the most damage last night?
Who did the most damage in all of the other games prior to it? Don't mess with me. Do not mess with me. No.
I was pretty much the tank.
All right,
let's be honest.
Before this gets personal, let's
Mhm.
change the subject, please.
Okay.
David, have you got any
Yes.
games or anything like that you've been playing this week?
No, actually, no. As I say,
Pathfinder was cancelled, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, unfortunately cancelled.
Okay.
So we didn't do
the
siege.
siege drags on.
Yeah. All right. Well, then my next question is: have you got anything at all that we can go off of this topic onto something else about?
Oh,
But the topic of how I'm
La
getting
la
your
la la
axe.
la la la. David,
it's
anything?
actually. I would probably like to talk about the sort of like not changing track, but sort of like continuing on. D&D, the Wizards of the Coast have unveiled.
There's no the. It's Wizards of the Coast.
Fair enough. Have unveiled, unearthed Arcana sort of playtest for Into the Feywild, which includes a few new races to play or ancestries to play. Which
Ancestries?
yeah, or
races.
Races, yeah.
Because
there's the Feywild, you got a bit more unique ones, such as you can play a fairy, which is an odd one. Hobgoblins are actually a thing now in the game.
Am I looking at the right thing? Because I see a journey into the Feywild in the Dungeon Masters Guild, but that's for it's being sold there. So I'm not sure.
This is on their main sort of. I think it's like Pathfinder Society kind of site, their own version. So you get all the new stuff, all the experimental stuff they might add to the new books.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to locate it now as you speak.
Yeah, it just because when I kept reading, I went, "Oh, okay, this is what it is." Kind of bridging that gap and between Pathfinder and this is like, ooh, yeah. And the one I really like.
I'm sorry, it's bridging the gap between Pathfinder and D&D.
For me, yes, because
why?
What I love about Pathfinder is I like a lot of the ancestries they have in it.
Okay.
And they're now D&D is now expanding some of the races of ancestries a little bit to have characters such as, I think they're including owl folk in the new one.
But I mean, D&D always offered more options to people with their source books that they released. They all offer new backgrounds, new feats, new whatever. It's in every book. Like Tasha's Cauldron, what you call it, Mordenkainen's, whatever.
Yeah, but for me, because with the Icewind Dale coming up, I've been exploring different path options for me, and I'm just going on going, oh, okay. There's a few classes, blue races, and I'm thinking I'm not exactly thrilled.
Are they introducing any new classes
in this one? Solely not. No, this is mainly just for the new races. So the one that I'm most excited about in the entire thing is Rabid Folk.
Rabid Folk.
Rabid Folk.
Yes.
Rabid or rabbit?
Rabbit.
Right. Okay.
He's excited about got rabies, then. So it's Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was gonna say I would love to have a character that when it's got poison bite because it's got rabies, and then you're how cool would that be?
I don't know if it would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
You'd have foam coming out of your mouth all the time.
Exactly. Intimidation would be so good. You're like, I don't want to get bitten by him. He's got rabies.
I mean, you can have a character with rabies. You don't have to, you can put it in there like a background thing. I don't know.
Yeah. But then I'm assuming most GMs, as evil as we are, would go, well, in that case, you're going to die soon. Because you got rabies.
That's what rabies
Unless it's persistent.
Exactly.
Unless
it's a curse. A rabies curse.
Rabies curse.
Could be.
Dun, dun, dun.
But
Dun, dun, dun.
the only part I don't like about the whole thing is that they've expanded a little, but not too much. So it's like, oh, I really want to know what the actual benefits of this particular one is, or
I mean, this is a playtest, Dave. They're not gonna give you the whole book.
I know. I think I've been so treated with the Pathfinder ones, like they did the guns and gears.
Guns
Going,
and Roses. No, wait.
There's so much. And then it's just like a paragraph. But luckily, recently on Drive Through RPG.
So, Kaz, I don't know if you realize, but like David clearly chose sides here. He says Paizo is great and Wizards is shit.
Yeah, he does seem to have.
So when we do
sides.
get the Wizards sponsorship, David, I'm afraid you don't get any of it. So
yeah,
sorry, mate.
Oh.
However,
when we get all the fancy new books, you don't get any.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? He doesn't care anyway, does he?
I do care.
No,
honestly.
no fancy books for you. No fancy books.
Too late now, David. Too little, too late.
Too late, David.
Just me and Kaz, all
fancy
the books.
Fancy books for us.
You got to be hugging your books. You got to be sniffing the pages in between.
You know what? I love the smell of a new book.
There is nothing better than the smell of a new book. I swear to God. Like, it should be illegal. It's that good. Sniffing a new book. Oh. Speaking of new books.
Yes. What a good
segue.
I know, right? Well, Modiphius announced they're gonna release their new Achtung Cthulhu 2D20.
Ooh, do elaborate.
They do plan to have a print release this summer, but you can already pre-order their books. And if you pre-order now, you actually get the Player's Handbook PDF, which is done.
Let me guess. You've already pre-ordered.
I have not. No, I've been a good boy in the sense that I'm broke.
Oh, okay.
But the second I get paid, I'm giving Modiphius all my money.
Always.
I mean, I have to. Did you see?
It's in your contract, isn't it?
I don't have a contract, but I'll gladly take one.
No, it's in your personal contract.
Edition? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, if there's the name Cthulhu in it, I need it.
Yes, that's your personal contract.
Yeah. So did you actually see the collector's
I did
edition?
see. It looks very pretty.
Oh, my God. Like, it's £200, and initially I was like, this is too much. But then I read what comes with it, and it's not. Like, I think it's underpriced, if anything. Because you get the Black Sun Exarch edition, which is basically the DM's Guide and the Player's Handbook together in a leather-bound, black, awesome book, embossed with like an amazing symbol on the front cover.
When does that come out?
Well, the print version comes out in the summer, but you can pre-order it.
Okay, so when lockdown's over, we're all coming around to look at your fancy new books.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
I
of
hope
course.
so.
So you get that. You also get a copy of the Game Master and Player Guide, like the normal versions. You get a Game Master screen, and you get 2 dice sets on top. So I think that's a really good price.
That is a really good price.
I wasn't aware it was just. I thought it was just the book.
Nope.
But wow.
Yeah, you get
they're nice dice,
whole thing.
Fancy schmancy.
And I need to talk about this because this is bothering me so much. Thank you, Modiphius, for making your GM screen a 4-panel. Why do companies insist on making 3-panel DM screens? That's horrible. 4 panels is the way to go. Landscape, portrait, not so important. 4 panels, though, please. Like, there's no reason to do 3. I don't.
I'm fairly sure the D&D screens are already 4 panels, aren't they?
Yes, they are, and they
Yeah.
are
And
amazing.
some of the Pathfinder ones as well. They're 4 panel.
Yeah, I mean the official Pathfinder one is 4 panels.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Are there any more that?
You'll probably have to search unofficial.
Anyway, yeah. No, I'm happy with Paizo. I'm happy with Wizards. They're doing screens right. Chaosium, why 3 panels on your screen? They're not big enough to cover all my secrets from Cazz. What's wrong with you?
No, that is true. That is true. I have good peripheral vision.
Yeah, it's not that she wants to cheat, but she
I can't
sees
help it.
stuff.
I see it. I
Yeah,
see stuff.
exactly.
It's just there.
Yeah,
I actually
so,
have really bad eyesight, by the way.
So Achtung Cthulhu, people, go in now, place your pre-orders. It's an amazing game. If you're on the fence, go get the quick start rules, which are free. Comes with an adventure you can run, pre-gen characters, awesome. Run for your group, see if it's for you, and then send Modifius all your money because they are an amazing company making amazing products, and they are UK based as well, so we need to support them.
And not just that, tell us how it goes. Tell us what you're buying. Because we want to know.
We'd love to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Cthulhu games and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm a bit on the fence about Cthulhu. No,
No, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I can either take or leave it, you know.
Yeah. Cthulhu, meh.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, in case no one knows what the fuck Achtung Cthulhu is, it's Call of Cthulhu set in the Second World War, with the twist that the Nazis are in league with the Mythos, so they're using the Mythos to win the war, basically. But it's amazing because they have like 2 factions on the Nazi side that are actually fighting between them. So you have the Nachtwulfer and the Dark Sun. Dark Sun are like the sorcerers who are using like Mythos magic and all that. And then the Nachtwulfer are actually using like Mythos tech to fuel the war machine, basically. And on the Allies side, you got Section M, which is British, who are fighting the Mythos war, and they're also using Mythos magic, but they're using it for good, so to speak,
rather than despicable evil.
And if you want to play like Americans in the war, we have Majestic, I think it's called, their faction in the war. So it's really good. It's really fleshed out. It does treat the topic of World War II respectfully because, I mean, it's a real thing that happened. Millions of people suffered and died. So you have to be careful.
It's a real thing that happened.
Yes, guys.
Don't believe those posts on Facebook,
I mean, minus the Mythos, obviously. So you have to be careful.
I was going to say, that's a bit of a stretch, really. Magic in the war.
But Modifius are treating it really respectfully, and the material is really good. And that I promise that was me done. Like I'll stop rambling now about Cthulhu and
No, you won't.
about Cthulhu.
You'll never ever stop gushing about Cthulhu.
Cthulhu is awesome. Buy all Cthulhu stuff.
Just to say, guys, if he was real, Vass would offer up his soul.
What do you mean? What do you mean? If he was real?
I knew he was going to say that. I knew he was going to say that. Cthulhu,
great Cthulhu, waits in his sunken city of Relie. Not dead, but dreaming.
Sleeping.
How
until
convenient.
the stars are right.
I
said, how convenient he's elsewhere.
Yeah. Convenient that he's just asleep. Convenient that he's not ready
heathens.
yet.
I'll make sure you're the first ones who get eaten. Actually, you know what? No, because being eaten first
means we don't have to worry about anything. Yeah,
it's a good thing.
We want to keep us alive, just in case. On the verge,
How dare you suggest that Cthulhu is not real?
Well,
anyway,
I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm too upset to talk about it now. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think Vass is ever too upset to talk about Cthulhu. I mean, he could have a bullet wound and he'd still talk about Cthulhu.
I'm upset that you're bashing my boy Cthulhu, saying he's not real. How dare you?
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's equally as real as other gods. That's all I'm gonna say.
we cannot.
Take it as you want.
No, we're not going down this road. No. We
It's one of our
are.
no topics.
We can't do this. We can't do
let's
this.
let's move on to a safer topic, Kaz.
Let's move on to a safer topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start the What Has Kaz Kickstarted now. Kaz's Kickstart.
Oh, yes.
You have a problem, don't
we
you?
need a
I've got a
jingle.
We're gonna
problem.
need-
I'm addicted.
We'll do an intervention. or
I think I
something.
need one. However, this one now, right? So I've told you guys about the one last week.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Will we
Yes.
need a special jingle for this section of the
Yeah.
podcast? What has Kaz back now? Can
Oh,
you
God.
guess? La la la.
Yes.
Can we use
that is
that?
it. That is
That's
it.
so should be done.
Going forward, that is it.
I'm gonna take that audio segment and then play it right before it.
Are we going to have
that
like
is
little
it. Going
chimes
forward,
or
that's
something
it.
background?
Oh man, I'm gonna
Okay,
put some
so
background music. It's
I
gonna be amazing.
It is.
All right, so I told you guys about the 2022 quest calendar and Adventure a Day RPG, which
Mhm.
I don't know if the listeners have heard about it. I
I'm
can't
not sure
remember.
we mentioned
To
it
be
on
honest,
the
I don't
podcast
know.
or not.
I don't know
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
I tell so
Well, we
many
now
people so
have.
many things. But basically, you got a character that you start with, and each page of the week, or each page of the calendar, which is like a desk calendar, and obviously each page is a new day, is an addition to the adventure. So it's the next step in the adventure.
Oh,
Right, so
okay.
they've actually got a 2021 one, which you can buy the digital for £5.
2021 one.
Yeah, the 2021 one.
21
and
one.
this one is the 2022 one,
Okay.
That's so confusing.
which is obviously out, ready for next year. But this week I backed something called Roots of Pacha. That's
Ooh.
Pacha. And it is basically Stardew Valley, but you're a caveman. So I'm not got a thing
Okay.
about cavemen. I like Stardew Valley, and it just so happens that it's with cavemen.
I mean,
Yeah,
we've seen Rob. I think you have a thing for cavemen, but go on.
Sorry, Rob.
Sorry, Rob.
You're not sorry, you liars.
I mean, I'm not sorry because it was too good of an opportunity to pass
Yeah.
for a joke. I'm not sorry
Yeah.
about that, but I am sorry. It was a easy joke. Sorry.
Yeah, it's got 12 days left of it, but it's already 100% funded, but it looks really good.
So what improvements are you going to make to it if it goes over that 100%?
Well, they've got a load of extra things. They're concentrating at the moment on bringing it out on the Switch, because
Okay.
they feel like that's farming sims.
Oh, it's a video game.
It's a video game. It's going to be on
okay.
Steam, Switch,
I thought it was
Xbox,
a board game for some reason.
and
I did too, but
PlayStation. So it's going to be on all of the consoles. They're concentrating on Switch at the moment because obviously they're the main farming sim kind of
yeah, the friendlier
consoles.
platform.
Yeah, the friendlier platforms for it. But it looks really good. Have a look at it, guys, because obviously the more people who want to play it, the more multiplayer you can have. So yeah,
I
it
never
looks
really
really good.
got into what you call it,
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. But I'm tempted now because I think it has a multiplayer expansion.
It has
that's
got
come out.
multiplayer.
Or multiplayer support. I
Yeah.
should say expansion. Yeah.
It
So I'm
has got
always,
multiplayer. Yeah. We should give it a go. I got Stardew Valley on pretty much every console. So
Really?
yeah, because so many people are like, oh, come join me on this. Oh, but I don't have it on the computer. Oh, just get it. It's only a £5. Oh, okay then.
I think Elise also is really big into that. So
A lot of people are. It's been around for a while. I did hear something about Stardew Valley 2, but I think that's not
I
happening
thought it was-
yet.
I thought it was going to be the potions, the magic one doing ongoing now. I can't remember the name of it though.
no idea what you're talking about. I'll be honest.
There was the same developer is making a new game with magic instead of farming.
All right.
So you're a potion
All right.
seller.
Okay. Oh yeah. No,
Um,
I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to be coming out next year or this year, but I haven't heard much of it actually. Yeah, as I say, it's been in limbo for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
So
sounds interesting.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited about everything that has like multiplayer because I find that I enjoy games a lot more when I play with other people rather than single player things nowadays.
Yeah, same. I do prefer the multiplayer games more.
Although, fair warning, people, if you ever play Elder Scrolls Online with Kaz, he takes forever to get from one place to
Oh
another.
no, hang on. That's
Oh my god.
that's
There are many
because I am
runes, aren't
picking
there?
up a lot of things for you guys. Like
Mhm.
you're never gonna get runes, you're never gonna get plants, you're never gonna get wood,
Mm.
unless I pick it up. Okay.
Unless, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Well,
the one. I'm the one
stream.
traveling
that's
on
an amazing
foot.
out of context clip there.
I'm the one picking up the wood. Okay, I'm the one getting wood for Vass.
Stop it! You're killing me.
Do you get the maple wood or the heartwood?
I'm getting hardwood. I'm getting maple wood.
And people, she's doing it like from really early in the morning because you gotta get the early morning wood.
Early morning wood, yeah. Well, you got to get there before everybody else gets wood.
The early word cancer stream.
Oh dear God! And we just earned another explicit tag for this episode.
No, hang on. No, I'm just saying. I am playing ESO. I'm walking through the place and I am chopping up wood. Okay,
I mean, I'm pretty
it's
sure I
not
dropped
rude.
a couple of
It's not my
F-bombs
fault.
in this episode. So
Probably.
yeah.
We could turn you into a drinking game.
No, because then our viewers would die
Probably.
from alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. The only thing that really annoys me on that game is, say you're on the map. I would love to know where I have been and where I haven't been, like to grey out the map. Like I'm going.
Isn't there
You
a Fog
can.
of
You
War
haven't been
exploration?
anywhere yet. Okay, so I'm assuming you haven't been to many places. You've just kind of been on that continent.
I've been on that continent.
I've travelled all the way north or south. I don't know. I'm currently doing a quest that's taken me a good hour to travel there by foot, horse, and using the way shrines to jump. But I have gone so far to like Winterfeld, I think I'm at, something like that.
Ah, okay.
So I am miles and miles and miles away from the rest of you now.
Exotic woods.
Yeah.
To the exotic woods.
Going to get some cold wood.
Exotic woods.
But yeah, no, I'm miles away from the rest of you because like I was playing without you, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to follow this this guild quest. But yeah, there's a lot that opens up as you keep playing.
You'll probably lose me around summertime when what you call it, Burning Crusade Classic launches.
Oh yeah.
Because sorry, like that's my true love.
I was going to say you don't seem that impressed with ESO anymore. Anyway, I played it. You've done it. You've been there.
Yeah, and it's not my thing. I'll be honest. The only reason I play it now is you guys. That's the only reason I play it.
Oh, splash. Yeah.
Yeah,
because you pressure me into it. I hate you all.
I did not pressure you into it. Give over.
We don't even pressure into the
David and Rob had not played it before, and they are now both addicted.
And also, I feel a bit bad because we made David buy it.
No, I love it.
So I'm playing.
No, I mean, like, I feel like I should, play with David because
I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. David can play with the rest of us. If you've got other games,
or he can play with himself, right, David?
David plays with himself regularly.
Oh, I know.
Well, he comes online. He goes, "I've done."
He comes online. What?
My clock's online.
That's horrible. Oh, I see what you mean now. All right.
Clock's online, yeah.
He regularly says he's gone up a level from playing with himself.
I swear to God, we are like. I mean, I'm 40 plus, Kaz is 30 plus, and David is like 5. But
no. He's got to be at least 15. He can grow his own beard.
That's true.
My voice is actually.
David, you've got a high. You don't have a very deep voice. Come on, I've got a deeper voice than you. But
that's not true.
Is it not? I don't know.
Anyway.
Booming, echoey. I don't know. But anyway, Speaking about games, actually, and the same company as well. Did you hear about how they finalized the Xbox and Bethesda deal?
I was of the impression that it was done. So when you told me that it was finalized, I'm like, okay. I thought that was done like months ago.
It
Please
was.
tell us more.
So I'm just reading off an article and the bits and bobs I know, really. Essentially, the mass amount of money Xbox and Microsoft have paid for ZeniMax, who
Okay.
of course owns Bethesda. They have finalized the deal, so they've shook on the deal, and everything now has successfully moved over to Microsoft.
Okay. I thought it was a done deal. I didn't know it was still like in the air and it needed to be finalized. But that's good news for Microsoft, I guess.
It is. It's very good for Microsoft because they announced it with announcing that pretty much the library of Bethesda games will come to Game Pass. So either Within, Morrowind, Fallout, Doom.
And now Bethesda will make a new version of Skyrim called Skyrim Xbox Edition because we don't have enough versions of Skyrim yet.
Probably.
Xbox Series
no,
X Plus.
I would say you can already play Skyrim on the Xbox anyway, but
Yeah,
you can play Skyrim on everything now.
You can play Skyrim
probably
on
can
everything.
play Skyrim on your watch or something.
even on a fridge. But the complexity.
You can play Skyrim on the fridge. What?
It can. Have you ever seen that advert? Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't real, David.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that was part of the advert.
Well, imagine if you stuck a tablet to a fridge. Maybe.
Yeah,
it would
but
work.
that wouldn't be you playing.
No, that's
like,
you playing on
the
a tablet.
fridge.
If the tablet was built into the fridge, then yes.
I think David is referring to like. I'm not sure if it was an official ad or it was like a making fun of
A
Bethesda
goofy
ad. But it was like Skyrim on the fridge. Let me just see if I can. Sorry if you can hear my clicky keyboard. Skyrim.
It's not the clicky keyboard we're worried about. It's the.
I think it's Skyrim Very Special Edition for people who wanna see it. Oh, it's actually Bethesda Softworks, so I think it's just them taking the piss on themselves, which is it's a good thing. You should be able to laugh at yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, like Skyrim has released so many versions, like it's getting ridiculous now.
Yeah.
We need
It's not
a new
getting
game.
ridiculous. What are we talking about? We do need a new game.
There is a fine detail to this. So they own now Bethesda Game Studios, ID Software, ZeniMax Online Studio, so Elder Scrolls Online, Arcane, Machine Gun Games, Tango Gameworks, Roundhouse, Alpha Dog. The most important.
Does that mean that other consoles are not getting any?
Now this is the quotes. This is the quote that was given. Right, so I'll paraphrase this. So even in the future, there might be things that either have contractual things on legacy or different platforms that we'll go to. So Deathloop will be on PlayStation and that kind of thing. But it goes on to say, but if you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is that about delivering great exclusive games for you and for you that ship on platform where
That
Game
sounds
Pass
like
exists.
a lot of management talk, to be honest. I don't know what that means for gamers. Like, I hope I don't like exclusivities. I think it just divides gamers into these unnecessary, battlefields. Like, oh, Sony, oh, Microsoft. Like, we all play games. It's fine, chill.
I think the one big part is that specificity on where Game Pass exists. So could that mean then, if they wanted to launch something on the Switch, for example, would that be possible now? Because the Game Pass does not exist on the platform.
It all depends on what Microsoft wants to do. If they feel they want to boost the exclusivity of their system and their ecosystem, then they won't release it on other platforms. But if you're talking about like titles like, let's say, Skyrim 6, whenever that comes out, it would make financial sense, I think, to release it, across a lot of platforms, because that will bring a lot of revenue in. But then you have the option of releasing it just for Xbox and forcing people to buy a Series X. Because if you want to play Skyrim, there's only one way to do it: Series X. So I don't know. I don't know what route they're gonna take. I'm guessing their financial strategists have some ideas about that, but I'm not them, so.
Yeah, well, on the 23rd of March, rumored to be is the Xbox showcase, and we're saying about Starfield, a few others being announced for that day.
Sounds interesting. I think we should watch that.
But we'll keep an eye on it anyway, just in case.
Right.
But should be good.
I can't get too excited about that, like Microsoft acquiring ZeniMax or whatever. I don't know what that means for the gamer, and that's all I care about, really.
I think it's all foggy, really, for the gamer. It's kind of like, although PlayStation has bought a lot of exclusives, somehow those exclusives actually turn up on the platforms eventually.
Yeah.
It's the uncertainty if they're going to be only on the one platform.
We'll see how it turns out, I guess. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a big news today. This week, I guess. I think
I totally missed that. It flew below my radar. I think because my radar was Cthulhu. Woohoo!
Has anyone been catching up on anything new been watching, or film wise or anything?
No, nothing new. I saw this interesting trailer in Netflix, I want to say, that I put it on my to watch list. It looked very, very creepy, and I'm like, okay, this is totally the thing I would watch. Let me see if I can find a name for you.
Well, while he's finding the name.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, never mind.
It's called. Sorry, it's called Behind Her Eyes.
Sounds creepy.
Like the trailer starts with a very creepy scene. There's the husband talking to his wife to his wife, who's chopping something on a board with a very fancy. No. Well, actually, we don't see what she's chopping. So she's chopping something with a fancy chef knife, and he asks her "Where's your phone? Show me your phone," for some reason. And she points, but with the chef knife behind her, and she's holding in a very weird position, and he moves behind her. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't do that. She looks fucking creepy. Why are you doing? So it really, the trailer was just 10 seconds long, but it really piqued my interest, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is creepy. I need to watch this. I'm not sure if it's a TV series or a movie, actually. I think it's a TV series.
Okay. Sounds strange.
Yeah, it's definitely a TV series because I see season 1. So yeah, there we go.
Okay. And you've been eager as well to talk about
sex, language, sexual images, drug. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely watching that.
You would.
You're a raunchy person.
Yeah. Yes, I have been watching something called Resident Alien.
Right.
Ooh.
Really, really enjoying it at the moment.
Is that
It's a TV series? Yeah. So basically, it is about a man. It's got it's got Alan Tudyk. I can't pronounce his name. I've never been able to.
I know who you mean, and I can't pronounce it either.
I can't pronounce it.
We're sorry, Alan.
Yeah, sorry.
Tudyk.
Tudyk.
There's
no, it's got no R in it. It's
Tudyk.
I don't know. Simon would be able to pronounce it.
He's got 2 dicks. Sorry.
Anyway, it's about an alien that crash lands on Earth, and he has to basically try and fit in with the humans. So he's learning how to be a human, but he's a bad guy. He's not a good at. No, he can disguise himself to look like a human, but
is it a comedy or is it a serious thing?
It's comedy.
All right.
But there is one kid in it who can see through the disguise. So there's this little war type thing going on between him and a 10-year-old boy.
Awesome.
And he has killed the person who he now looks like. So he's obviously had to go through the whole process of trying to hide that body and all sorts of other stuff. I don't want to be too spoilery, but it is really funny.
What's his true form?
An alien, obviously. He just looks like
I mean, he's tentacly?
No, he's got
big eyes.
Is it like a grey, our typical grey?
It's not a typical grey. Okay, so it's a default alien face, but angry looking. He's got like a red around his eyes. His eyes are big, black, orby type things. He's got red around his eyes with like spike things, and his head is blue and
It's like a Viper mango kind of.
No,
Trust David to come
mangoes
up
are
with
not
that
blue.
analogy.
No, and his hands are like he's got like 3 fingers and a thumb sort of thing. So it's like, but they end in points. He's just like really good at looking. Like he is so good at playing bad guys.
Would you say he's a bad guy though, or just someone?
He's not a bad guy. No, he starts
he's an
off
alien, so.
he starts off as an alien. He's not necessarily a good guy, but he's not a bad guy. I would say he's neutral. He's true neutral, but he has taken over this person's body, and so he's had to take over their life. The doctor in the town has passed away, and he is now, because he took over the life of a doctor, he now has to be the doctor.
He's basically Zoidberg.
He's basically Zoidberg, yeah. But he's not playing a good guy, but he's not playing a bad guy, but he's trying to maneuver around and be a human.
I'm looking it up on IMDb and has an 8.4 rating, so that must be good.
I'm loving it. It's absolutely brilliant at the moment.
And is it on Netflix, guys? Where do you?
It's on Sci-Fi at the moment, but I'm assuming that it's gonna be bought out in other places as well.
It's kind of like, have you ever seen Happy? The weird, Happy was Sci-Fi originally, and then they turned to Netflix.
All right, yeah. I mean, this will probably make its way to Netflix or.
So how do you get Sci-Fi in the UK?
We've got Sky.
Is it a separate subscription? Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
We got Virgin.
If you get it from Sky, then that probably means it's available on Now TV as well?
I would assume so, yeah. It's got to be on Now TV, surely.
All right. I'm tempted.
But no, I'm finding it really funny at the moment. But the problem we've got at the moment is that Rob has never seen Dollhouse, right? So I've convinced him to watch Dollhouse. So we're watching these, because Resident Alien is 1 episode a week. We're watching Dollhouse in between, and he's in Dollhouse as well. And
the actor.
He's completely frying our minds. He's playing very similar characters, actually. But he's a bad guy in Dollhouse, and in this he's like as I said, neutral in D&D terms. He's just, it's so funny to watch him in both and try and like keep them separate from each other. But yeah, definitely worth a watch for anybody who has Now TV or Sky.
I caught it ages back, but I thought, oh, that's nice, and then never thought of it, and then now you bought it. I went,
I'll add it to my list. See if I can figure out a way.
It's a comedy. You know me. I don't tend to do the whole anything too serious. But we've just finished watching Dead Pixels.
Okay.
The 2nd season was out this year, and that is about some people who are playing a game called Kingdom Scrolls, which sounds very much like Elder Scrolls.
So a computer game.
It's a computer game, and it's just basically describing or showing them how they live through their life and the game, and obviously a comedy. That's a Channel 4 comedy. So we've just finished that one. We moved on to Dollhouse.
And there's only 12 episodes of that show, isn't there, as well?
Yeah, it's British made, so you know what it's like when they release a series. It's like 6 episodes or something stupid like that.
Yeah, because it's quality, not quantity, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, not shoving out 22 episodes of the.
I would definitely recommend that, because the 2nd season is finished on that one now. They got to bring out another season because it's so good. I can't imagine they wouldn't.
Are we talking Dead Pixels or
Dead Pixels? Dead Pixels. I definitely recommend watching that one, guys. I think you'd enjoy that. That's a comedy as well.
So Resident Alien, is that 1 season? Is it a 2021
At the moment,
thing, or is it?
It came out 2020, 2021. So it came out end of last year. Then. We're only on the 1st season at the moment. Yeah, and it's still being released 1 episode a week.
Was that I as I say with Dead Pixels, that every time it was advertised, it looks the way they advertised it didn't look great at all. Maybe the clips they chose, or the way it was cut. Maybe I don't know,
Maybe,
but it never appealed. But now I'm reading these sort of descriptions of the episodes itself.
Now that you've experienced MMO game, I think you'd understand it a bit more.
you
These people are
experienced the
slightly
wrong MMO, but
but they're
MMO
they're a little bit addicted to Kingdom Scrolls, and it's trying to show how they are coping as complete and utter computer geeks in the real world as well.
By the way, Kaz, did you hear what you call it? Lovecraft Country second season is being discussed.
Oh, I knew they'd bring out a second season. I knew it. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. That would be good.
I loved the first season of Lovecraft Country.
I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, definitely.
They
David
went all
needs to
out
watch
with
it.
it. Love it.
David needs to watch it.
David,
but...
you'll really like it, David. It's really cool.
Yeah, but he won't because
he has a lot of cooking shows to watch.
I do, yeah. No, actually, believe it or not, I've actually finished watching a lot of them. I watched the end of Pitch
I'll
Perfect.
never understand you, David. I swear to God. On some aspects of your life, you're like an 80-year-old grandma. Like I don't know how else to describe it. Like
sometimes, okay. So I watched Bake Off 1 year, right? And then I not found out, but to me it seemed way too staged. There was one guy they'd obviously pegged from the very start to win, and even though he did a really, really bad job from the second episode onwards, he still won. And I was like, why? Why did he win? There were so many better people, and since then I was like, I'm not watching this rubbish.
Don't worry, he did win again. By the way,
reality TV.
Yeah.
Well, they've actually got the Stand Up to Cancer series on at the moment, and they've actually got some really good
what
Stand Up to Cancer or Stand Up for Cancer.
Yeah,
it's a charity-based thing.
All right,
and that's ongoing.
Do I have to stand up for it, or
it's basically
making jokes about cancer?
We lost a portion of our audience now.
Sorry.
But that's ongoing at the moment. Yeah, I do watch a lot of it, but it's mainly it is family viewing. So I do watch stuff with my family, which is nice. But yeah, as to say, it's trying to find time for all these other shows.
You just need to hook your family up with, proper TV. Like
better shows.
Lovecraft Country.
Get them to watch better shows than what they're currently watching.
That can be your family experience then. Seeing people being torn to shreds. Yeah.
Oh.
Start with something a bit more mellow than being torn to shreds by. I wouldn't start with Lovecraft Country.
Yeah, don't start with Lovecraft Country. Yeah.
I would not start with that one. That's not a.
Not saying it's not an amazing.
No,
series.
It's brilliant, and a lot of people
maybe
like
not
it.
a family viewing.
If your parents love watching things like Great British Pottery Barn, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
If they watch
Pottery Barn.
Yeah. If they like watching stuff like that, I would not recommend starting with Lovecraft Country.
I mean, your parents are very young, David. They probably
ish. Yeah,
ish. Probably shouldn't say their age on this. I mean, they don't listen, do they? So, well, they got to be their early 50s, maybe.
Because David is too ashamed of us, and he hasn't told them.
Late 40s. How old are you? 20 something. Late 40s.
They're actually beginning 60s.
Oh, okay. Well,
so.
But how old's your oldest sibling?
So David was an accident.
What?
So never mind.
How old's your oldest sibling?
Older.
2 years older
than me.
Yeah, they obviously did the whole worked, and then they didn't have time for kids until they were later in life. They didn't do the whole let's just reproduce because.
They did it the Greek way, and I don't mean what you are all thinking about. Greeks tend to have children later than most people. That's what I meant. Jesus Christ, people! How dare you and your dirty minds?
Yeah, you make David think about his parents doing it the Greek way.
Wink, wink. Yeah, it's always nice picturing your parents doing it. Yeah, that's always a nice image.
Well, no. I mean, that's the image.
David, let's be honest. Yes. In order for you to be born, your parents had to do it.
They had to, yeah.
And they probably didn't only do it for reproduction. They did it because it's fun. Sex is fun. Vass. So they probably were,
Now think about the fact that your mother had to have. How's that make you feel?
But my mom.
Your mum.
Yeah.
Your mum had sex for fun.
Oh
Your
yeah.
sweet mum.
I mean, she's
She's Greek, so
she's probably had a lot of sex, because I know my dad was like, very very much a typical Greek guy, so he was like, very sex all the time guy. So my mother, well,
all right.
she
Let's
must
not
have,
talk about parents having sex.
See, my
No
mother
wonder-
is never listening to this, so I don't care.
That's
No
true.
wonder they break
Actually,
their hips.
that is true. I found out recently that my mum does listen to this, or listen to the first episode. The car broke down, and she's now blaming this podcast for the car breaking down.
How are we responsible? Oh God, we're gonna have a legal case.
Apparently, we are responsible for the car breaking down. So my sister was like, "Oh, should we put the next one on?" And my mum's like, "Oh, let's give it 5 minutes." The car broke down at that point.
If anything, we kept her company while the
Yeah.
car was broken down. So
No, because she just stopped listening. She blamed the car
oh man,
breaking down on us, and that was it. She's like, "No, I'm not listening to him now."
Just tell her we can't afford to lose listeners like that. We don't have enough.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, guys, my mum is obviously just being funny. This podcast will not break your car. Okay.
I mean,
So if you listen to it, your car will still be fine. Not
if your car
break
breaks,
down.
it's two separate things.
Yeah, it's
not
just
linked.
coincidence.
Yeah,
It's not us.
yeah.
It's coincidence. Okay.
Yeah, we're not cursed.
No.
Where did you hear that? No.
Not over cars anyway. I mean, we're cursed, but
Yeah,
it's not cars.
I know there's rumors going around in the internet about the podcast being cursed and all that, but it's not true, guys.
No, it's not. No.
Not for you anyway. You're special.
Exactly.
You're special.
You're special.
It won't happen to you.
Yeah. We're talking
It won't
about
happen to
you person who's
You,
listening,
person who's listening.
Just
It won't happen to you.
not the other people.
No.
No.
You.
Yeah.
If- That person who's actually listening in the background, that will happen to you. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people listening, but you.
You in particular.
You
You
in
person
particular.
listening right now. It will not
Yeah,
happen.
you're-
to you.
you're
Just
fine,
don't
you're
tell anybody, because then it obviously
Yeah.
will break it a little bit.
Just keep it between us.
Just keep it, just between us. You and me. Just
It will be fine. It
Yeah.
will be fine.
Yes.
everything's all good.
And please detail in the comments what the curse actually is. We have no idea. It's
But-
just been
I don't know.
labelled.
It's wherever my finger's been, apparently.
If you found though that your car did break down, we'd love to hear from you. So drop us a message.
Yes, because I am keeping a tally. I mean, I'm not keeping a tally.
We're not paying for you to get your car fixed. That's not happening.
No,
But we'd love to hear from you.
because we would laugh about it and keep a tally. We've got one so far on that tally. We are pretty horrible people.
Except
David.
David is wonderful.
David's lovely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I. Well,
Oh,
Yes,
and
I am. Yes,
so
I am.
modest, apparently.
Yes, I am
Wow.
amazing. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
we all amazing.
Yeah, my
in our own
mum
special
said
way.
I'm amazing. So yeah.
My mum
Uh,
said I was a special boy. Yes, David,
Boy?
of course.
Oh, and then I found out the true lie.
Yeah. Anyway, on that note of awkward silence,
Yes.
should we wrap this up then
I think we need to.
Yes.
before it goes down a spiral? So, David, do you want to do
David.
your bit?
Yes, I will. I'll try. So yeah,
There is no
have,
try. Do or do not. Come on, David. There is no try.
No.
Star Wars. Come on.
What? That's in Star
Do
Wars.
or, do or do not. There is no try. That's what Yoda said to Luke.
Really? In those words? I
oh,
thought
in
his
Empire-
speech was backwards.
Return. I was going to say Return of the Jedi. Would it be?
I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway.
Oh.
Please,
Anyway,
let's not go
David.
Star Wars.
In that-
I don't do Star Wars.
In that confusion of Star Wars, I think this is the time for it to close. Much like the Death Star blowing up, we have to let our victor.
What? Much like the Death Star blowing up. Are you comparing our podcast to a blowing up Death Star?
No, our podcast was them in the trenches, going in amongst
Can we
all
not?
the.
This is a disaster.
No, but
Oh my
apparently.
God.
Much like the sequel trilogy, and with that, this is it.
All right. Well,
Much,
I'm gonna.
much like Jar Jar Binks. Oh my! What are you doing, David?
I'm gonna just say thanks for listening, everybody. I'm so sorry for David.
Sorry, my Star
I'm
Wars.
just
analogy is
leaving it
so
there.
wrong.
Not anything in particular. Just so
We're
sorry for
sorry.
David.
We're
Thank
sorry
you for
we enlist
listening.
David upon the world.
Please come back next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll be here.
We'll be here. David might not be. We'll be
Apart
here.
from that
tuning
one
in,
person
people.
massacre.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm sorry.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.